In short, the federal government needs a good spanking to make it behave. While some may say that the right to keep and bear arms is granted to Americans by the Constitution, just the opposite is true. The federal government itself is the child of the armed citizen. We, the people, are the parent of the child we call government. You, senators, are part of the child that we, the people, gave life to. The increasing amount of federal encroachment into our lives indicates the need for parental corrective action. This point must be emphasized. Neither the citizens' militia nor the citizens' private arsenal can be an appropriate subject of federal regulation, bearing in mind that the Constitution is not a document limiting the citizen, but rather limiting the power of government. The right of the people to keep and bear arms becomes the source of the guarantee that the state will not be found defenseless in the presence of a threat to its security.
At this point, we're living under corporate and medical fascism. This is tyranny. When do we get to use the guns?
I think you need to have weapons to take on the government. You need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons.
As the Texas National Guard is standing up against the federal government.
Militia, consisting of people owning and bearing personal weapons, is the very authority out of which the United States Constitution grew. The primary defense of the state rests with the citizen militia bearing its own arms. Fundamentally, it is not the state that defends the people, but the people who defend the state. One other important point needs to be made. Since the Constitution is the limiting document upon the government cannot become greater than the granting power. The servant cannot become greater than its master. Therefore, should the chief executive or other branch of government or all branches together act to suspend the Constitution under a rule of martial law, all power granted to government would be canceled and deferred back to the granting power, that is the people. And I'll conclude with this statement: martial law shall not be possible in this country as long as the people recognize the Bill of Rights as inalienable.
We have the numbers to stand up to our government.